Strange, where were you while we were getting high? I was getting caught used to being someone you loved. Running down to the riptide, taking away to.
This will be one of my last days that I'll be able to be out busking before everything goes into lockdown. So I'm just trying to make the most and trying to spread a bit of last minute joy.
Without a huge national effort.
Remember that time we did nothing, we had nowhere to be.
So it's been a year and I thought I would talk to you today a bit about things I've learnt from the lockdown. I'm sure we've learnt a lot about ourselves and about our lives and the way that we were living and the way that we want to continue to live going forward, the things that we miss and maybe the things that we don't miss. Before COVID I was always in a rush. Always in a rush, always busy, always somewhere to be. I always thought there were not enough hours in the day to do all the things that I want to do. And having a year of nothing but time has made me realise that I still don't have enough time. There's still not enough hours in the day for all the things I want to do. And I'm not saying any of this with any delusion that I'm going to change because I just think that this is the way that I am. And I'm trying to be okay with that. And one of the things I think is important to remember is that this past year was not necessarily a time for growth. We've all just been through a massive trauma, and it's kind of okay if all you did in the last year was survive. I keep hearing that and I keep telling myself that, and I find every time I hear someone say that, my heart feels a little bit relieved. So I thought I wanted to just make a video to say that too, in case any of you needed to hear it. I think one of the main things I've learned from pre-pandemic versus now is that I was not prioritising time with my family and my friends enough, and I always put my job first. In some ways I'm proud of that motivation and commitment, but I think I took for granted how important time with my family and my friends is, and I'm looking forward to rectifying that when things go back to normal. Hello darling!
Hello beauty!
How you doing? I'm filming a YouTube video. I'm just having a chat about 1 year of the pandemic. Come and see how lovely this shot is. I feel like I'm such a hipster. I look so cool. Come and see. Isn't that nice?
Oh, that is lovely.
I know, right?
It's because of that plant.
I know, the plant really makes it.
That's a bit brilliant.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just unplug it.
Okay. Well, I've done half of it now, so now
you'll have to include this bit where I came in to tell you.
Oh, so what was I saying before I was rudely interrupted? So I didn't really finish my train of thought yesterday, probably because I got interrupted by Connor coming home. So I thought I'd just finish this off today. This is the following day now. Yeah, things I've learned from the pandemic. Something I've learned that I feel really proud of, and not to brag, but I have so many people following me from all over the world who've seen me busking, and it's kind of wonderful that they've continued to follow me online, and now that I'm doing live streams, they get to see me play. I was posting every day saying I'm busking by the London Eye today, but for the majority of people who follow me, that is irrelevant information because they couldn't come and see me because they live where they live in the world. So now that I'm doing that online and people can actually tune in, I feel like I'm really connecting with people who followed my music for years but just haven't been able to catch me live since they last were in London. And that's a really wonderful thing, and that's something I don't want to lose when I am able to go back to playing live. I want to continue with the live streaming and connecting with those people who are all over the world, because that is something that's made me feel so much less alone during the pandemic, is to have all of you guys watching and interacting and just being part of my online shows. So that's something I'm really grateful for. I really am grateful for that, and I don't want to take that for granted at all, because I am so grateful and proud, and I want to thank you all for being involved and tuning in and being part of it. So thank you very much for that. The main things I've learned from the pandemic are to take things a little bit slower and cut myself a little bit more slack, to spend more time with the people who are really important to me, and to remember how lucky I am to have connected with so many people in my life from all over the world. It's really a lucky thing. Oh no, the sun's coming out. Hello. I just feel endlessly grateful for my life and the pandemic has not stopped that in any way. I've just continued to be grateful for different things. And I would say for everybody, this has been an incredibly hard time. Like, I'm saying all of this stuff and like find the positives, and it's not always as easy as that, and I am aware of that. But I feel really glad that even in a time that is undoubtedly traumatic and it's hard to find the good, I feel like I still have been able to. And I feel proud of myself for that. And I hope that you've been able to find the good in your lockdowns too, whatever they may be. Anyway, as you can see, the sun keeps changing. It's a beautiful, beautiful spring day. And I'm looking forward to what is ahead. I hope you are as well. Hope you're keeping very safe, and I will see you next week. Bye!
Chatty Wednesdays with me.